One of the joys that I experienced while writing Beyond the Next Star, book 1 in my Love Beyond series, was trying to think of all the ways and interactions a pet and an owner interact with one another, whether it's, training, feeding, bathing, cleaning, and all of the weirdness, embarrassment, and craziness that could ensue should the heroine happen to not be the pet that he thinks that she is. And one of the more touching aspects of owner and pet is that feeling of being a pet owner that you have, saved them, that you're caring for them, and that they would be so much worse off without you as their fur mama. And so one of the ways that Torek, as a fur dada, the way he speaks of Delaney when he still thinks that she's Reshna, his pet, and the ownership that he has of her, like the protectiveness that he feels toward her, is just, I really found a lot of joy in showcasing that side of him. And here's a clip of that when he is discussing his reservations for having chosen such a demanding breed. That's the problem. Reshna's my last chance to prove I'm well, or can get well. But within the first 24 hours in my care, she sprained her ankle, injured her neck, and cut her arm on my claw. He shook his head, looking bewildered at said claw. Loganak scanned her over. She seems fine now. The responsibility is more like caring for a child than an animal. The more exotic breeds are like that. Lorianne knows even Zepraks can be a handful sometimes. I should have chosen a Zeprak, Torek muttered. You could have. Loganak shuffed. You still can. Exchange her. A chilling numbness swept through Delaney's body. Exchange her? Like she was a pair of shoes that didn't fit, or a piece of furniture that was too complicated to assemble. Like she was 15 again, and back in the system. Torek shifted his eyes to look at her. She met his gaze. What would a real pet do? If she loved him on sight and wanted his attention and affection, what would she do? She stood, walked to his side, and dipped her forehead into his shoulder. He lifted his hand and rubbed a curl between his fingers. Have you ever heard of an animal companion being on sale for more than a few days? Loganak shook his head. Reshna was there for the majority of Rorak. Is that right? Torek tweaked the curl so it bounced and quivered. No one could afford her care, or at least no one was willing to invest in it. You're not the only wealthy lord on this planet. I even know a few who would enjoy owning exotic animal companions. None were there that I saw. A slow grin blossomed across Loganak's face. You think you saved her. I know I did. Loganak cocked his head skeptically. You said you bought her from Salvarak? You didn't see her. I saved her. The broken commander saved an animal companion, and in doing so saved himself. You should tell all of this to Shamara. She'd gorge herself on it. If this first day is anything to go by, saving Reshna is not going to save me. She's going to kill me. I hope you enjoy Beyond the Next Star and all of the craziness that ensues when you buy an animal companion thinking they're a pet, and they're not. Enjoy.